Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that have helped me build up a sizable run portfolio in about 2 years and now manage that portfolio. Today I want to talk about an interesting blog article I read, and I'll put the link below in the show notes, but it's from budgetsaresexy.com, and the post was 10 financial statistics of the average American. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the average American is poor, fat, and stupid, put very, very simply. So I don't want to be below these numbers, and it's good. It's a good gauge. They go over the average, which is you take all the numbers, you average them out, and then you go the mean or the median, which is the number from lowest to highest, and then they take the middle figure there. So they bounce through a couple of these, but I would say for you guys, or for anybody watching this who wants to improve, you want to be ahead of these numbers. Some of them surprised me, some of them didn't. Some of them might surprise you, some of them might not. I don't know, but there's 10, and I just want to go over it. And again, I want to give credit where credit is due. This is the blog, Budgets Are Sexy, and it's 10 financial statistics of the average American, and I'll post that down below. So the first one, the average gross household income is $87,000. Do you guys make more, less than $87,000? I was actually surprised, but then when you think two people in the house, this is combined household income. So it's two spouses, or with their kids maybe in the house. This is household income total number. So 87,000. Are you guys above or below that number? That with two people working, that's only $45,000 a year per person. That's not that high. Or with one working spouse, you're gonna make over 87. So that's the average. The average balance on a 401k is $106,000. Now they break this down by age, which is kind of interesting, and median as well, average and median. So most of my listeners are between 25 and 40. So for 25 to 34, you're looking at an average balance of about 26,000 and a median balance of about 10,000. Now, what does that tell us? Why is the median so low? Well, because that means there are people with really super high averages or super high balances, and then there are people with super, super low. So when you average that out, it gives you a big number. But if you put all of the accounts in order from lowest to highest, then you get that median number. So here's a good example. If Bill Gates walks into a room with 10 people, the average net worth in that room is $10 billion, okay? If Bill Gates is in the room, the median net worth might be $1 million, because you stack up, this guy's got $500,000 net worth, this guy's got $1 million net worth, this guy's got 200,000 net worth, then you got Bill Gates with 100 billion net worth. So see, that median kind of gives you a true idea. It takes those drastic outliers out. So 25 to 34, 26,000 average, 10,000 median, 35 to 44, 72,000 average balance, 26,000 median. Guys, I hope to God that you're above this. I really do, because that's not saving that long. If you save fresh out of college even, that's 2 or 3 years, you should be above some of these figures. So just contribute to your 401k and a Roth account, or just your 401k. If you're under 25, the average 401k is 5,000 and the median is 2,000. So, yeah, that's not that surprising. But yeah, start early, start late. You guys, I've got a couple other videos on the beauty of compound interest. You guys know all that, especially if you've been watching for a while. The average American retirement savings, this is stat number 3, is $407,000. So what does that mean? This is the aggregate of all the retirement accounts. So everything. The average retirement savings is 400 and some thousand. So you guys know the 4% rule. 4% of 400,000 is 16,000 a year. That's the safe withdrawal rate. So somebody with a $500,000 portfolio, or in this case 400,000, would be able to live off of $16,000, would be able to draw $16,000 off their portfolio, and that portfolio would never go down. It's like a 98 or 99% success rate over 10,000 or 100,000 iterations. They break it down by millennials, which is kind of interesting as well. Gen Z, baby boomers, and whatnot. So just Get that balance up, baby. We got to get her up. And that's, you can substitute some of that with real estate. The average checking account balance is $10,600. I don't really like this statistic or don't really give a shit about this because I never like to have a lot of cash sitting in my checking account. I'm always transferring it either into the stock market or funds or letting it build up and then buying a rental property with it or something like that. So I'm never letting cash sit in my checking account, so I really don't care about that statistic. The average American spends how much per month? How much do you think? Average American spends $5,100 per month. It's about $61,000 per year. One of the things that, just to mention about this, so I had a damn near six-figure job when I got out of college. And one of the things that allowed me to leave my job in, 7-8 years was the fact that I did not spend hardly $2,500, $3,500 at most a month. And I'm talking about that's rent, that's utilities, that's auto, my vehicle, everything combined. So keeping a low expenses a month is a huge accelerator, especially in your younger years when you don't mind doing the Dave Ramsey binge and rash and binge, because you can put $2,000 or $3,000 away a month when you're younger, and you guys can do the math on the compound interest calculators. It's tens and thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars down the road. So it pays to be a little bit more frugal. Don't kill yourself, but it pays to be a little bit more frugal early on. Average FICO credit score. This really surprised me. The average FICO credit score is 711. That's actually really good. We look at anything below 650 is starting to get risky in the property management business. So I was really happy to see that. The average American has how much in credit card debt? This also surprised me. $6,200. That's not, in my opinion, that's a lot of money at 30-some% interest, but that's not as high as I thought it was going to be. I thought that number was going to be a little bit higher. So I hope you guys aren't carrying balances. If you are, the fastest and highest returns you can get guaranteed are paying that shit off ASAP. The average U.S. total household debt is $145,000. So this includes auto loans, mortgages, rental property loans, student loans, all that. So there's no differentiation between good debt and bad debt. Some people look at student loans as good debt. Some people look at rental property loans as good debt. Some people look at housing loans as good debt. It all depends. But $145,000, this stat doesn't really tell me much when you add all that together, because if you have a $145,000 loan and you got $1 million piece of property, who gives a shit about the loan? So I don't really like any of that. Number 9, the U.S. average savings rate is 13.7%. Now with COVID, this could have thrown it out, and this is a 2020 stat. So I think this probably helps with the COVID, that fear of the unknown. So everybody kind of held a lot of their money, didn't go out and spend. Hell, you couldn't go out and spend in some states in some cases. So and I just on a tangent, I hate saving money. I really do, and it's hard, and most people are struck by that, because saving money does nothing for you. If you guys do the compound interest calculators, just do 1% in the bank if they pay you that, which they're paying like 0.5% or 0.25% right now. Do 1% over 30 years, and then do the average stock market return, which is 10%. And obviously in real estate, we get higher returns than that. And then see the difference. So you cannot save your way, in my opinion. Most people don't have the incomes to just save their way to retirement or save their way to their financial goals. You have to invest. So your savings rate, if it's 14 or 15%, that's great, but make sure you're investing it as well, because that's how you're really going to get those compound returns. The average Social Security benefit is $1,500 per month. So there's a lot of calculations that go in the average Social Security benefit. If I was you guys at our age, if you're sitting between 20 and 40, which, like I said, the most of my audience does, I would not rely on Social Security. It'd be just a little lagniappe, what they call down here in the South, lagniappe, a little bit extra, little something extra, because the odds are that shit's going to be gone. Who knows? It might not. I don't know, but I wouldn't guarantee that. And whippity fuck, $1,500 a month right now, in 20 years is going to be almost nothing. That might be $500 a month. So make sure you guys don't rely on Social Security income. It'd just be a little bit extra, but that doesn't really tell me much either. So there you have it. Those are the 10 10 financial statistics of the average American. Again, budgets aren't sexy. I really appreciate this article. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. Let me know if you're above or below most of those stats, hopefully on the right side of those. I think it's very interesting, and it kind of sheds some light on the average American, which, as I say, whether it's popular or not, the average American is poor, fat, and stupid. We don't want to be average. See you guys. See you all next week. Thanks.